So the University of Texas at Dallas is one of the most diverse universities here in the state of Texas. We're number 1 in the state and number 12 in the nation for international students. We do a lot of events to help and interact with international students, such as a free lunch that we do on Tuesdays, which primarily are international students.
It's a really cool opportunity that we have, considering that a lot of schools don't have as large a population of international students, and particularly getting to reach out to them through free lunch.
I think that free lunch kind of does encompass everything that the BSM is here to do at our campus. The UTD BSM is really good about having a good perspective on what our purpose is here at college, and that is to share the gospel with those who need to hear it on our campus. And free lunch every week provides a really easy way for people to get involved with sharing the gospel and get practice on how to do that.
I think during free lunch I have been faced with a lot of difficult questions, and they have been really good for me because I have been forced to seek out my faith more and find reasons why I believe what I believe. And it's not just because I was born and raised in a Christian home that I believe these things. I want to know that it's solid, and that I want to know the answers for people. So I think it's definitely grown me in my search and pursuit of Christ.
There is a international Chinese couple that will occasionally come sit at my table, actually pretty regularly, and they are just very open and receptive to talking about spiritual things. And one of the coolest things about them is that they continually bring other Chinese international students that they've made friends with in their classes who are also open to spiritual conversations.
One of the coolest weeks of free lunch for me was last semester. We were going through the different fruit of the Spirit for each week for the topic of free lunch. But I had a table of like 3 other students and we were talking about it. One guy was able to stay, and he asked me bluntly after he got another piece of pizza, how do I follow Jesus? And so I was able to share the gospel with him, and I was able to lead him to Christ. And that was his first week.
So we really are trying to develop this culture and this community of sharing Christ on campus and making him known. We feel that that has been one of the bigger reasons that BSM was even started here on campus, was to make him known. And some of the other things that we do is we have students who are involved in Bible studies with international students and with their peers.
My Bible study with Zoe has impacted me and impacted Zoe in different ways. I feel like in some ways it's impacted me is that I've wanted to learn more and more about the Bible, like study it more like in depth. And I feel like it's helping her grow stronger in like learning more about what Jesus has done and seeing if that's something that she wants to pursue in her life.
I love getting to see it transform the lives of students and the lives of students who don't know Christ, and then students who already know him, who are learning how to follow him well.
Having come to UTD, I've been much more missions and evangelistic minded.
Being a part of Lead Team is definitely helping me grow stronger in my faith and like being more open and seeking out gospel conversations in ways that I never would have. I didn't share the gospel very much as I was growing up, but I've definitely grown in my faith coming to campus.
It's just a wonderful opportunity to evangelize in a way that we don't even know the full impact of yet. The people that we talk to here who do become Christians, who do find truth in the Word, can go back to their own cultures and can be missionaries in their own homeland, where they might have more influence than a foreign missionary would. And so understanding that God's will is both a mystery to us and just an ultimately good thing is very exciting when considering that prospect, that we could be playing a part in creating missionaries that will go out into the nations and will just preach to those who haven't heard the gospel yet, who have been unreached people groups.
The work that we do is crucial because it equips followers of Christ to do this long after they are out of the university setting. They get to learn what it means to be evangelistic in the way that they live their life. And it also means that they get to do it long term, and they get to go outside of their normal context through missions. So the fact that students have gone all over the world to share Christ with people means that people all over the world know who Christ is because of our students.